This is your weekly report on corruption in the Philippine government. 5 barangay officials were arrested in Zamboanga del Sur province for 2 counts of violation of the Omnibus Election Code, a police official said Thursday. Colonel John Francis Encinerial, director of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group 9, said the suspects were arrested through a warrant in Barangay Dulop, Dumangag, Zamboanga del Sur on Thursday morning. Encinerial identified the arrested village officials as Ismael Espino, 71, the barangay chairperson of Dulop, barangay councillors Ronald Mamangpang, 40, Edgar Saragina, 46, and Juliana Maputi, 41, and barangay treasurer Evelyn Mamangpang, 36. He said the case against the village officials stems from their alleged involvement in vote buying during the 9th of May, 2022 elections. However, Encinerial did not say who the 5 arrested barangay officials have campaigned for and supported during the polls. He said the Court of Malave, Zamboanga del Sur, which issued the arrest order dated the 19th of August, has set the bail for each of the accused at 36,000 pesos per count. The suspects were taken to the CIDG Zamboanga del Sur field office for documentation and proper disposition. Contrary to his earlier pronouncement, Isabela Municipal Police Station Chief Major Joseph Partide said Thursday, the 25th of August, 2022, that members of the communist terrorist group could be behind the killing of a barangay captain in the town on Wednesday. Barangay Cab Captain Danilo Dortal, 61, succumbed to gunshot wounds on his nape and right portion of his chest near his armpit at the Isabela District Hospital a few minutes after he was shot by unidentified suspects. Investigation showed that Dortal was riding his motorcycle on his way home from the town proper when at least 2 suspects came out from the sugarcane plantation beside the road, blocked his way and shot him at close range. Partide said that they were earlier looking at 2 angles. The killing could be politically motivated or it could be robbery since his bag was missing from the crime scene, he said. The police said that as they dig deeper into the case, it became clearer that it is possible that Dortal was killed because of his active involvement against insurgency in the barangay. Suspected insurgents gunned down a 54-year-old barangay chairman in front of his family in Calatrava, Negros Occidental Friday, the 26th of August. The murder of barangay Lalang Captain Benjamin Javak was the second involving a barangay captain in just 3 days by heavily armed men in Negros Occidental. Before dawn Wednesday, the 24th of August, Danilo Dortal, 62, barangay captain of Barangay Cab, Isabela, Negros Occidental, was shot dead while on his way home. The municipality is about 100 kilometers south of Calatrava and is a 2-hour drive. Police considered Dortal and Javak's murders as insurgency related. Police Major Lumiin Lidorgan, Calatrava Police Chief, said at least 10 unidentified armed men arrived at Javak's house at around 4:30 am. Lidorgan said gunmen shot Javak outside his house and this was witnessed by his wife and son. The suspects proceeded to ransack the victim's house and carted away his personal belongings and 20,000 pesos. Lidorgan said they are considering this killing as insurgency related, since the barangay was reported to be infested with armed rebels. Police could not yet elaborate, pending the investigation. Members of the anti-scalawag unit of the Philippine National Police, PNP, have arrested an active police officer while gambling inside a casino in Pasay City. In a statement Sunday, Brigadier General Warren de Leon, chief of the PNP Integrity Monitoring and Enforcement Group, IMEG, identified the cop as Major Rolando Isidoro, 51, is presently assigned to the Personnel Holding and Accounting Section of PNP Police Security Protection Group, PSPG. The IMEG National Capital Region Field Unit operatives arrested Isidoro in a law enforcement operation at 6:20 p.m. on Saturday following a report from a concerned citizen that the police commissioned officer was frequently seen playing slot machines inside the casino. The arrest was done in coordination with the Regional Intelligence Division, RID, and the Regional Special Operations Group, RSOG of the National Capital Regional Office, PNP-PSPG, and the Security Management Office of Resorts World Casino. Isidoro will be facing charges for violation of Article 231 of the Revised Penal Code in relation to Memorandum Circular No. 6, Series of 2016, and Republic Act 6713 aside from administrative charges. The chief of police in Pillar Town in this province died after he reportedly shot himself by accident at dawn on Monday, authorities said. In a report, Colonel Rommel Velasco, Bataan Police Director, said Major Isolde Rubio died while being taken to Orani District Hospital after sustaining a bullet wound to his abdomen. Velasco said Rubio's wife, May, reported hearing a gunshot from her husband's room at past 4 a.m. Rubio was staying with his family in Orani during his death. Velasco ordered a thorough investigation to determine the circumstances around the incident. A couple and a government employee were arrested with 50 grams of suspected shabu worth 340,000 pesos during a buy-bust operation in Sitio Missionaries, Barangay Suba in Cebu City shortly after midnight on Saturday, the 27th of August, 2022. Leia Alcantara, spokesperson of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency in Central Visayas, identified the arrested individuals as Roberto Iburon, 32, and his wife, Maide Reza, 30, and Melvin Christabisa, 35, who works as a job order employee at the Cebu City Hall. The buy-bust operation was made at the couple's residence. Alcantara said Roberto and Maide are both jobless and have made illegal drug peddling allegedly their source of income. Abisa, a neighbor, works as their runner or delivery man. The three arrested individuals are now detained at the PDEA 7 detention facility in Sudlan, Lahag while PDEA 7 prepare for the filing of appropriate charges against them. Armed men killed in an ambush at town police chief in Maguindanao and a patrol car driver Tuesday morning as they were about to serve an arrest warrant on a wanted man. Brigadier General John Ganuguaguayan, police director for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, BARMM, identified the slain police officer as Lieutenant Reynaldo Samson, police chief of Ampachuan, Maguindanao. The identity of the police car driver remains unknown as of posting. The police officer and several of his men went to Barangay Kapinpilan, Ampachuan to serve a warrant of arrest against a wanted person at about 10 a.m. when they were waylaid along a dirt road. It was not immediately clear what happened to the rest of the police team. Witnesses said the gunmen also took the slain victims' rifles and ammunition. Guiguayan said a manhunt was immediately launched against the perpetrators after the incident. Ampachuan town, the site of the infamous 2009 Maguindanao massacre located 70 kilometers south of the city, is known as one of the areas of operation of the outlawed Bangsamoro Islamic freedom fighters. A member of the Philippine Army, who was linked to the killing of a village chief in Javier town, Leyte last week, was arrested by policemen for illegal possession of firearms in Tacloban City on Monday the 29th of August. Sergeant Alexandro Calder, 33, did not resist arrest. Lieutenant Nicky Bermudo, chief of the Javier police station, said their operatives have been monitoring Calder, who was a suspect in the slaying of Joel Rines, the chairman of Barangay Inaupan, in Javier town on the 22nd of August. The police said the suspect was identified through the aid of the closed-circuit television, the Barangay Intelligence Network, and a witness who happened to be in the vicinity where the victim was shot dead. Bermudo said the suspect introduced himself as a member of the armed forces of the Philippines when the operatives came. The suspect voluntarily opened the U-box of his vehicle where a .45 caliber pistol was sighted in plain view. When asked by policemen to show the permits of his firearm, the suspect failed to show one. The suspect and the confiscated items were brought to Police Station 2 of the Tacloban City Police Office for proper disposition. A police officer and 3 other individuals were arrested in Quezon City for allegedly stealing copper cables. The Eastern Police District, EPD, confirmed on Thursday that patrolman Francis Baquiran and 3 others were nabbed in Barangay Cruz Naligas on Tuesday morning. I will not condone nor disregard any personnel who were involved in illegal activities under my watch. We do not tolerate any misconduct and breach of discipline in the PNP organization, EPD District Director Colonel Wilson Asuta said in a statement. He assured the public that the EPD police officer, who is currently under the custody of the Quezon City Police District, will be relieved from his post if found guilty. The Sandigan Bayan has found a former mayor of Poza-Rubio, Pangasinan guilty of falsification of public document for signing a marriage certificate that he did not solemnize. In a 44-page decision promulgated on the 26th of August, the anti-graft court said Artemio K. Chan violated Article 171 of the revised penal code. He was sentenced to a minimum of 2 years and 4 months to a maximum of 8 years and 1 day imprisonment. The court said the accessory penalties of temporary absolute disqualification for public office and perpetual disqualification from right to suffrage were also imposed. Chan was also directed to pay a fine of 5,000 pesos. The Commission on Audit, COA, has urged the management of the Procurement Service of the Department of Budget and Management, PSDBM, to return to the Bureau of Treasury 3 billion pesos in dormant funds previously invested in high-yield savings. In a letter to PSDBM OIC attorney Jason Maruayan dated the 29th of June, the COA recommended that the management instruct the head Treasury Division to remit immediately the balance of high-yield savings account of 3 billion pesos to the BTR. Based on records reviewed by the COA, PSDBM invested in high-yield savings account with the Land Bank of the Philippines and the Development Bank of the Philippines to earn at higher interest rates than in current or savings accounts. These investments, however, were already terminated in 2020. The amounts were reverted to PSDBM's current account with the LBP, and the funds with the DBP worth 3 billion pesos were reflected as cash in bank, time deposits, local currency in its records. The 3 billion peso deposit earned 1.363 million pesos in interest income. The interest income was already returned to the Treasury Bureau as of the 18th of March, 2022. But according to COA, not just the interest but the entire 3 billion pesos should be reverted to the National Treasury's General Fund. The agency reminded PSDBM not to go beyond its mandate and authority. It is not in PS's mandate to make investments, and it has no authority to invest in high-yield savings account. The practice of investing cash in a high-yield savings account, therefore, deviates from its mandate of procurement of common used supplies and equipment, which requires the utilization of funds, it said. That's all for this week. I'll see you next week with more stories of corruption and foolishness within the Philippine government.